Okay, Salakia, man. I had got a phone call, and then I was listening to the video. It stopped way too early. But what was I saying? Dang, I forgot what I was going into. Oh yeah, I was like nudge him a little bit, but the whole point was that basically get him to talk, and you'll actually see who he really is, right? So let me jump down to verse 5 because I actually forgot everything that my train of thought of what I was going into. I got a phone call, Salakia. It says the furnace proveth the potter's vessel. That furnace is that heat, that fire, that tough situation, right? It says prove it the potter. It proves, right? It proves and let it be made known what sort it is, what it is, right? Prove it the potter's vessel. So the trial of man is in his reasoning. That all goes back to his speech, right? But your reasoning got to be according to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? It has to be, or everything else is void, man. If it's not according to what the Lord has placed in order for us, man, to go by, right? The trial of man is in his reasoning, man, right? The Lord wants to see how you react, how you answer, how you respond, right? But since the filthy man is in his talk, the Lord wants to see and show your speech of your demeanor, your countenance of who you are, right? Because that declares who you are. It says the fruit declared if the tree had been dressed, right? Like we quoted earlier, right? It says, so the utterance, right? The speech, right? The things that are brought out, right? It says of a conceit in the heart of man, right? It says, praise no man before thou hearest him speak, right? Because why? Because that's the trial of man, right? Hearing his reasoning, hearing his reason of how he's speaking, right? Right? It says, praise no man before thou hearest him speak, for this is the trial of man, his speech, right? And let me jump to that real quick. I said I was going to get this. That's going to take too long to do that. I'm going to just go to it. Because the scriptures tell us that what wisdom is going to be known, right? This is Sirach 4:24 right here. Let me see. Hold on. And refrain not to speak when there's occasion to do good. Salah. I'm going to just read it. I ain't going to really go too up. I'm just, why I speak against the truth. Well, I'm going to just read 23 and 24. Salakia. It's Sirach 4:23. It says, and refrain not to speak when there is occasion to do good. Right? So when it's occasion to do good, don't hold back your tongue and don't say nothing. Do what is right. Right? Through wisdom. Right? It says, and making sure that your reason is according to holy things, according to the spirit power of Yahbashim Yahushai, wisdom. Right? It says, and hide not thy wisdom in her beauty. Right? It says, for by speech wisdom shall be known. Right? So the trial of man is within his reasoning. You're going to know wisdom and the wise man, the man that is reacting according to Yahbashim Yahushai by what he say. Right? How he reacts to the situation. Right? Shall be known in his judgments. Right? It says, and learning by the word of the Salakia. It says, for by speech wisdom shall be known. Right? So you're going to know wisdom by what a man speak. It says, and learning. It says, and learning by the word of the tongue. Right? So everything, the tongue, right? The word, speech, everything goes back. Because one thing you know about what you spew out, it comes from within. Right? It comes from within, and it shows that either you're wise or either you're a fool. Either you're doing what's right or either you're doing your own thing, man. Right? So let me jump to this. I'm going to end it off with this one. I don't want to take too long on it because the video had ended and then I don't want it to take long to load. So this last thing I'm going to read. Let me see. Where when I start. Where I want to start. I kind of want to read 9. The birds will resort to their light. Nah, I'm going to just read this. All right, so this is Sirach 27:11. It says the discourse, right? Because it goes back to the ordinance, your speech. The discourse of a godly man is always with wisdom. Always. It's always going to be with wisdom. He's always going to react. And are we not all striving to be considered wise, right? It says, but a fool change it as the moon. And we know the moon has several different phases. It changes, right? But a wise man, and that holding himself diligently in the fear of Yahbashim Yahushai, is going to always act and react with according to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? But a fool, he's gonna change, right? So if you see a man wavering and he's changing and he's diverse in his speech, man, 1 minute he's saying this, 1 minute he's saying that, hey man, mark him. Hey, and guess what? Remove yourself from the equation, man. That's someone a wise man will stay away from, right? So with that, let me see. Make it hair stand up. Oh, I ain't gonna really read all that, but you know, you get the picture, man. And Lord willing that this was edifying. I don't give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakadash, the Thumb Mashnaka Balas Kom Shasharala, and Wa Shalom, Babla Baki Shasharala. Till next time, Shalom.